Hi everyone, my name is Manuel Rodriguez and this is my presentation for assignment number 2 of social data mining techniques. Okay, so the project summary. Basically what I did was to develop a web application. I did it using Flask, that is a library from Python. On this web application, it has a purpose to have a real-time interaction with some social media, in this case Twitter and Facebook. So what is going to do this web application is to post some tweets or to add some Facebook messages into a page that I created. And all this information, all this data from these messages is going to be stored at the same time on on a database that I created on a MySQL server on my Azure account. Okay, so what we need, obviously, we need to have a Twitter account. This is my Twitter account, Manuel Rodriguez, and we have a Facebook page that I created, Manuel Python. I created this Facebook page for this assignment. Okay, what we need to do first is we need to get some API authorization. So for that, we go and create our developers account, our Facebook developers account, and our Twitter developers account. They are going to give me an authorization token and a consumer key. These are like the, well, depending on what I ask, they give me some permissions. So in this case, I asked permissions to post information, obviously on Twitter and Facebook, but also these can have some permissions to retrieve data. Okay, this is, well, as you can see, as I told you, I use Flask to build a web application. This is some of the code. I'm going to show you the code later. But here you can see how it works, the code, how you can call on the pages, on the different pages. And this is my web applications. I give the user the opportunity to choose from two options. If you want to post on Twitter or Facebook, so you can just click on here or up here, and it will take you. In this case, first I'm going to show you, this is how you can post a tweet. Basically, you just have to write your message here and you can click add tweet. And it will add your tweet. It's going to take you to a success message page. And here I'm going to show you, these are some tweets that I posted using my web application. I joined Twitter in 2012. I had never tweeted anything. These are my first tweets. These are the tweets that I posted, and I'm going to take all this information and store it into a database. So first I need to decide what information I'm going to take. So this is my data model. That is basically the structure of the database that I'm going to take, of the data that I'm going to take. In this case, I'm going to take the tweet ID, that is the number to identify the user of the Twitter, the name of the person, in this case Manuel Guillermo Rodriguez, that is my name, the user, in this case that is this one, and the tweet is the message that I posted, the tweet, in this case new Twitter or Python 35, and the date and time when the tweet was posted. So okay, I'm going to do that for now, and all that information, well, as I told you, I have on my SQL server on Azure, on my Azure account. This is the server, as you can see, Manual server. And well, okay, I'm going to show you the code of how I can do that. This is the code of, well, how I can connect to my server on my SQL, and this is the code of how I can insert the data into the table that I created for this assignment. And here you can see all the information stored. So as you can see, well, I created a database called assignment 2 in this case, and I created a table. Well, I created one table for all the tweets posted, and I created another table for all the Facebook messages that I'm going to show you. As you can see, this is the table. You can see I have posted until now 5 different tweets. This is my name, the user, the tweet, and the date. Okay, and well, basically with Facebook it works the same way. This is where you post your Facebook message, Here you can see the message that I posted, Python 20 on my page, Manuel Python, and this is the table I created for store all the Facebook information. Okay, this is basically all the process that I did. So I'm going to show you everything now. I'm going to show you how it works. First, you can see here, well, I use Python to write the code usually, so here you can see all the code. What I told you, I use Flask. This is how you call all the pages on Flask. And okay, this is the code, for example, to use you use Tweepy, a library called Tweepy. I'm going to show you on here. You can use a library called Tweepy to work with Twitter from Python. And okay, here you can see all the code. This is the code that it will allow me to to update messages, to update tweets into my Twitter account. And this is all the code that it will connect to my server and into my database. And this is the code that will insert the new data into the table created for it, for restore the data. And well, with Facebook, it's basically the same. All the information from Facebook, how it's going to work. In this case, I use a library called Facebook. And here, well, it's basically the same, all the connection to the MySQL server and how you insert the data into the table of Facebook data. Okay, now I'm going to show you how it works, the web application. I have already the web application running. So this is my web application, Manuel Social Media. And as I told you, it gives you two options. If you want to post on Twitter or if you want to post on Facebook, you can click here or you can click up here. I'm going to click up here to post a tweet. So as I told you, this is where you can post a tweet. You just have to write it. Let me show you first my Twitter account. This is my Twitter account. And I'm going to show you, this was the last tweet an hour ago, new Twitter. So I'm going to post a new tweet right now so you can see how it works. So let's try YouTube presentation. Let's click add tweet. This will take us to a successful message page. In this case, it tells me your tweet has been posted. So let's go to Twitter to see if it works. I'm going to refresh my page. And here it is, YouTube presentation 16 seconds ago. This is the tweet that we just posted. But we are also going to see if it worked, if also the tweet was stored in the database. So for that, I'm going to show you, well, this is my Azure account. I wanted to show you my SQL server that I created in here. And this is my server, Manuel server. Okay, I'm going to show you, because I created a table. I used this application, my SQL Workbench, to work with on this with these MySQL databases. So this is the database I created for this assignment number 2. And this is the table that I created for Twitter data. In this case, as you can see, the tweet ID, name, user, tweet, and date, as I told you before. And well, these were the previously 5 tweets that I had stored. So right now we have a new one, right? So we're going to refresh the table. We're going to use the database, and we're going to select the table to see if it worked. And yeah, we have now the number 6 record of this table, the message YouTube presentation that it was posted just some moments ago. So okay, that's how it works, the Twitter post on my web application. Let's go back, and I'm going to show you also the Facebook. Okay, let's go to Facebook now. I'm going to click here. And okay, now we're going to post a new Facebook message. As you can see, this is the Facebook page that I created. Well, you probably are seeing maybe in a different language. That's because everything is in Spanish, because I'm from Colombia and I have everything in Spanish. Um, well, but this is the but it's the same. But so this is the Facebook page that I created for this assignment, Manuel Python. As you can see, I only have, well, this is a picture I posted, and I only have one message posted until now, that is Python 20, 17 hours ago. Okay, so now let's post a new Facebook message. Let's post the same YouTube presentation, and let's add a new Facebook message. It's supposed to work the same way. It's going to show us the success message. Your Facebook message has been posted. Okay, so until here it's working. So let's go to my Facebook page. I'm going to refresh it to see if it created a new message. Okay, let's go. It's still loading. Some Facebook, it's a little slower. And here we can see YouTube presentation hace un momento. This means a moment, just a moment ago. So it worked. We have our new Facebook message on the page. And okay, now let's go to the database. I have, well, I'm using the same database assignment 2, but I created a new table, a different table for store these messages. This one is called Facebook, but it's basically the same. Facebook ID, name, user, message, and date. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to refresh the table, use assignment, the database, use assignment 2, and I'm going to select the table. I'm sorry, here, select table from Facebook. And here we can see that now we have two records, the new message YouTube presentation and, well, the time when we posted. Okay, so, well, basically that's what I wanted to show. Here we can see, we can go back to the home page, and, well, yeah, basically that's it. You can see it works. Thank you very much for your attention.